Hey guys, what's going on? This is your boy RJ Game News USA here, back today with another video. And today we're going to go over the review scores for a movie called Obsession. Comes out May 15th, but people had a ton of early access to it. So I was going to wait till my own personal review, but I got a feeling I'm really going to like this movie, and it's going to be one of my top movies of the year. It did get a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is very, very good. And I cannot wait to see this movie. But anyway, without further ado, we're going to jump right in there. But first, if you're new, please remember to like the video, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's jump right into it. So, we'll kick this off with Alfred Costanza with a fresh tomato, saying it's a rom-com gone wrong, and it's tremendously fun to see it unwind. Then we have Najir Chambers with a fresh tomato, saying driven by unhinged performance from Indy Navarrete, Obsession turns a toxic love story into a chaotic and unsettling horror experience. By the way, for you guys want to know like the premise of this movie, basically this guy wants to ask this girl out, and he breaks this stick or something that will grant him one wish no matter what it is, and he wished for this girl to love him more than anyone. And obviously it's sort of like a be careful what you wish for situation, because then she does like go crazy on him. You know what I mean? It starts off good at first, and then she goes nuts on him as it goes on, and it gets increasingly crazier as it goes, is what I'm guessing happens. So we have Joshua Mborno with a fresh tomato, saying all of that on top of a star-making performance from Indy Navarrete makes Obsession easily the year's best horror movie thus far. Brian Egert with a fresh tomato says, while Obsession isn't everything it could have been, it's nonetheless an effective movie and an auspicious debut from Barker. Nicholas Bell with a fresh tomato says, in Obsession, love meanings always having to say you're sorry, as Curry Barker delves into upsetting, nightmarish exaggeration of how our projected desire can have the propensity to overwhelm, degrade, and ultimately destroy. Tessa Smith with a fresh tomato says Obsession is one of those movies that will stick with you for a long time, teaching lessons that we all really need to be careful what we wish for. Zero Gravity with a fresh tomato, saying it's a fruitful, slow panic that swells at a constant rate from grounded in reality and multiplied over and over until wrecked beyond belief status is achieved. It's steadily tight and brutal and nowhere near a slow burn. That's awesome. Zach Pope, who I watch on YouTube, says, you'll never want, give it a fresh tomato, he says, you'll never want to wish for anything ever again. A cynical and twisted love story that dives head deep into the horror of what an extremely clingy relationship could do. Curry Baker has made a new horror obsession with this terrifying masterpiece. Dan Scully with a fresh tomato says it's a film that immediately merits a second viewing, and having seen it twice now, I can only imagine what discoveries await me on the inevitable third round. And then we have Kat Hughes with a fresh tomato, saying far more than a gimmick premise, Obsession presents a wickedly warped spin on the age-old adage of be careful what you wish for. Packed with astute commentary, frights, and what the fuck moments, Obsession has the potential to be a mean-spirited classic. Then we have Molly Henry with a fresh tomato, saying Obsession is a masterclass in anxiety, delivering a terrifying tale with scares that will stand the test of time. That's good. Then we have BJ Colangelo with a fresh tomato, saying Navarrete is a sensation. delivering an astonishing performance that will instantly become a beloved part of the canon of monstrous femmes. Rosie Fletcher, with a fresh tomato, says Obsession doesn't have a particularly surprising plot, but the way it's shot is innovative. I'm interested to see. Then we have Michael Gingold, with a fresh tomato, saying Barker taps into universally relatable emotions, hooking the audience into the central situation before spinning it off in supernaturally chilling directions. Yes, I mean, who hasn't wanted to date a certain person so badly? You know what I mean? Like, it's such a relatable thing, right? Getting the girl. We have a Rotten Tomato here by Levy Scott saying, has a series of gross out gags. Obsession is a worthwhile debut, but after the adrenaline wore off, I found myself wishing for more substance. It's one of the few Rotten Tomatoes you're going to find. Rachel Leishman, with a fresh tomato, says Obsession turns a seemingly simple premise into a nerve-rattling exploration of love, control, and unintended consequences. Then we have Derek Murray, with a fresh tomato, saying Baker also knows how to maximize minimalism. The film smartly hides its small budget by balancing the thrills and chills with crowd-pleasing amusement and skillfully executed ick. Then we have Aaron Peterson, with a fresh tomato, saying it is clear that Curry Baker is not just experimenting, he's announcing himself. This is a filmmaker with a voice, one who understands both the mechanics of horror and the emotional core that makes it stick deep. Sincerely, this is a fantastic film. Then we have a fresh tomato here from Oscar Goff, saying the real story here, however, is Indy Navarrete, who delivers one of the most fearlessly committed comic horror performances in recent memory. And finally, our last review is Murjani Rawls, with a fresh tomato, saying each element one-ups the other until they reach a cataclysmic finale, so bleak that the Globe Theater world would be proud. And guys, I am super freaking pumped for this movie. It better be good. I can't wait to see it. If you guys want to go see it, let me know in the comments below. This will definitely, I'm hoping, will be one of my Movie of the Year candidates at least. But anyway, that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate every like, share, comment, and subscription I get. And I will see you all later. Peace. I'm out. Have a good one.